Hey everybody, my name is Waddles. I hope you're doing well today. I'm doing pretty good myself. And today I wanted to make a quick video, a fun video, a thoughtful video, all about the brand new crafting system that's coming to Minecraft and is kind of already in some of the snapshots, because I've been thinking about it a lot and seeing a lot of conversation about it. And I kind of wanted to throw my opinion out there. And in this video, I'll talk a little bit about how I think some things should be changed or tweaked just a little bit to make some things even better. And just keep in mind, this is all my opinion and what I kind of think. Go down below in the comments and tell me what you think about this new crafting system. And what I mean by that is like the smoker, the blast furnace, that type of thing. Leave a like if you like the video and subscribe for more commentary type videos like this. I've been thinking about maybe doing some more next year. So, the new crafting system, what do I think? Well, of course, I've already spoiled it with the title and things that I've said. I like it. I like the new smoker, the blast furnace, the grindstone, just this whole new crafting system, breaking everything off into these separate blocks. I really do like that. I don't believe the furnace and the crafting table is going anywhere. I've seen a few comments asking me, Waddles, do you think the crafting table is going to be, like, gone? And no, I think the crafting table will always be in the game, because if it was removed, things would change a lot, and people wouldn't like that. Old community members probably wouldn't come back if something like that was changed. And yeah, it's just fundamental to the game. I don't think the devs could really change anything with that, but they can definitely make improvements based around that system, and that looks like what we are experiencing, or what we will be expecting and seeing in the full release. In case you don't know, the smoker and the blast furnace now have a function. If you've seen my videos, you probably know that. I am fully aware that I've talked about it in a few videos now, but it's really cool and it's interesting. So the smoker is a furnace upgrade, as is the blast furnace. The grindstone combines tools now, and it's not really an upgrade to anything. It's a separate thing you need to craft. And then, of course, the same would be true for the loom. It's a separate thing that you would craft on your own. But the smoker and the blast furnace. So to craft these two things, you need a furnace and then something else. So in the case of the smoker, you need a furnace and 4 logs, and then in the blast furnace, you need some stone and some iron. And then once you craft those things, if you smelt the respective or correct items in them, those items will smelt up faster. So if we cook food in the smoker, things cook faster, and in the blast furnace, if we smelt ore, the ore will smelt faster. I think that is a brilliant way to do things, and a really nice thing too, because I play around with data packs a lot. I take a look at them, I mess with them, and a common theme that I've been seeing is improvements to the furnaces and crafting tables, or I guess I should say furnace and crafting table in the game. I've seen packs and showcased a few that improve the furnace by making upgrades for the furnace and such, and yeah, that's just really cool. But I think the smoker and the blast furnace will need some kind of upgrade, some kind of improvement to how they are right now. Because if we were to look at the ingredients that we would need to craft something like an automatic smelter, so we need 3 hoppers, 3 chests, and a furnace, and then you have unlimited automatic smelting so long as you have fuel and things to smelt. This is pretty cheap to make. Now, of course, it's going to be more expensive than a smoker or a blast furnace, but this is one of those things that's kind of like worth the investment. If we break it down to the exact amounts of raw materials we would need 15 iron. That's it to make this thing. Like, that's only 3 times as much as the blast furnace. You need 5 iron for 1 blast furnace, and of course, that has a limited space. Now, the smoker only needs 4 logs, but again, building some kind of automatic setup like this would be way smarter in the long run, especially if you're mass smelting anything whatsoever. So just looking at it from a resource standpoint, of course, these new furnace upgrades are going to be cheaper. And keep in mind, I'm only focusing on the furnaces right now because that is really the only thing we have in the game. But anyways, going back to the resources, if we take a look at the resources and think about the long-term practicality of things, the small, simple auto smelter is just way smarter to make. which is kind of unfortunate. Now, of course, you could go ahead and throw maybe a smoker in there instead of a furnace and smelt food really, really fast, but do you really need to smelt food that fast? Probably not. You don't need that much food. And the ore one, maybe you mine a lot and you just haven't smelted anything, so that could be useful. But I think, like I mentioned earlier, the smoker and the blast furnace will need an upgrade, a beef, some kind of something to make them more desirable. With the blast furnace and smoker's current system, these features could become really just ignorable, forgettable, and overlookable, unfortunately. So, I have an idea. I wouldn't make this video if I didn't have an idea as to how to improve or fix things. I think the best way to explain my idea is going to be through example. So, let's say we are smelting up iron in a furnace. We put 1 coal in, that coal smelts 8 items. The new system should be based around burn time. However long it takes that coal to smelt those items is the number we need. Now, this is just an example, so let's pretend that coal smelts those 8 items in 10 seconds. Coal, no matter which type of furnace it is put into, should burn for 10 seconds then. That would mean that the coal burns just as long as it would in the smoker as it does in the furnace, but when cooking food in the smoker, you will get a higher output. A feature like this would be unignorable because it would be silly to cook food in a furnace when you can get potentially double the output or something crazy in the smoker. In the long run, players care more about saving resources than cooking things fast. Don't get me wrong, speed is nice, but a lot of players can just set up a giant auto smelter and speed doesn't really matter because they can just have it running while they're by their base. However, if you are presented with an option that will take up half the amount of fuel, people won't ignore that at all, and they will definitely be taking the cheaper option because then you save resources. Now, of course, this burn time system, instead of the items cooked system that we currently have, won't change anything because the amounts would be the same as they are right now, which I think is the good thing. Also, this burn time system would make a whole lot more sense in terms of things because why does a coal not burn as long in a smoker or a blast furnace? That's kind of weird, right? But that's all just my idea. I don't really want to stretch this video out any longer, so it's your turn. Tell me what you think down below. What would you do if this was your game and you could put in whatever system you would? You should follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. I have it linked down in the description. I will be making a pretty exciting announcement soon, and following me on Twitter is a good way to stay up to date with what I'm working on. If you liked this video, drop a like and subscribe, and of course, this system won't work for the new crafting tables, and maybe I'll make a video on those things once those features are out, but that probably won't be for at least a couple weeks because we are done with snapshots for 2018. My name is Waddles. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to support me, I do have a Patreon. It is linked down below, and you will get cool benefits for doing so, but it's entirely optional. I will see you next time. Go have a good day. Goodbye, everybody.